All right, racists, let's discuss 10 more legendary Black American women. Lois Curtis, the visual artist and primary plaintiff in the landmark Supreme Court case Olmstead versus LC, which confirmed the right of people with disabilities to live in community-based settings rather than institutions. Her fight for her own freedom is why Americans today have her to thank. Charlotte E. Ray, the first Black American woman to practice law in the United States. A graduate of Harvard University School of Law, she was admitted to the bar in the District of Columbia in 1872, specializing in commercial law. She shattered the dual barriers of race and gender in the legal profession. Mary McLeod Bethune, with unwavering faith and $1.50, she founded what would become Bethune-Cookman University. She grew into a top federal official under President Roosevelt, leading his Black cabinet and ensuring the community's needs were heard at the highest levels of power. Her life was a masterclass in turning profound vision into tangible, world-altering reality. Amelia Boynton Robinson, a pivotal behind-the-scenes strategist of the Selma to Montgomery marches. She was a key organizer who owned the building that served as the movement's headquarters, and her brutal beating on the Edmund Pettus Bridge galvanized the nation. Fannie Jackson Coppin, born into slavery, she became a pioneering educator and the first Black American woman to become a school principal in the United States. She revolutionized education for Black students and championed industrial and teacher training. Gwendolyn B. Bennett, a central yet often overlooked figure of the Harlem Renaissance. She was a poet, short story writer, and influential columnist who used her platform to mentor, promote, and connect the era's leading Black artists and intellectuals. Jane Bolin, a trailblazing jurist who became the first Black American woman to graduate from Yale Law School and the first to serve as a judge in the United States, fighting tirelessly from the bench for children's rights and against racial discrimination. Mary Lou Williams, a virtuoso pianist, arranger, and composer who was a driving force in jazz for over 5 decades. She was a mentor to legends like Thelonious Monk and Dizzy Gillespie, and her sacred jazz compositions fused spiritual devotion with musical innovation. Olivia J. Hooker, the first Black American woman to enter the U.S. Coast Guard in 1945 as a member of the SPARS. She was also a survivor of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre and later became a distinguished professor of psychology, dedicating her life to service and education. And we must speak of the sorceress of sound, the woman who operates on a musical frequency that most artists can only dream of, the one and only Rachelle Ferrell. While racist America remains oblivious, we get to bear witness to a vocal phenomenon with a certified 6-octave vocal range that redefines the very limits of human ability. Rachelle Ferrell is more than a singer. She is the architect of emotion, a master technician whose instrument is a force of nature. Now that we've learned of 10 more trailblazers that have paved the way, I'd ask for anyone who takes issue with this list to generate a comparable list of 10 women from another race with similar accomplishments. There isn't another woman who fights for her community, her people, her culture, the way a Black American woman does. You are truly one of one. Black American women are superior to everyone.